On to stepping stone number 8, a short one. The key facts contained in the Gospels are confirmed by non-Christian historians, like Tacitus, for example, who was alive in the 1st century, and he confirms that Jesus was crucified by Pontius Pilate in Judea at that time. So what's written in the Gospels, there's non-Christian confirmation of it. Number 9. So far I've been talking about the Gospels, the 4 biographies of Jesus that we've got in the New Testament. When we step outside of the Gospels into the letters written by some of the early Christians, we can be even more confident that we've got eyewitness, that we're within the eyewitness time frame. For example, Paul's letter to Thessalonica, the Christians in Thessalonica, his first letter, was written around 52 AD. And that date is agreed by not just Christian historians, but atheist historians across the board. Go on Wikipedia and you'll see 52 AD. If you don't like Wikipedia, try the Encyclopedia Britannica. Well, that's less than 20 years after Jesus' death and resurrection. And he's saying exactly the same kind of things as we find in the Gospels. Less than 20 years. And the last of these stepping stones. And I hope that you are much closer now to the point where you can pick up the Bible and trust it with your life, as the Christians here today have done and are doing, as I'm doing. Stepping stone number 10. There's no smoke without fire. No smoke without fire. What I mean is that the history books tell us, not just Christian history books, but non-Christian history books tell us that within a few decades of Jesus, more and more people throughout the Roman Empire were worshipping him as God, which is pretty amazing when you think he was an executed Jewish guy in an unfashionable corner of the Roman Empire. To have what we're told was an immense multitude of people in Rome, the heart of the empire, believing in that crucified Jewish guy as their God. Anyone with a curious mind has got to say to themselves, how did that happen? If the smoke is that immense multitude of believers over in Rome, anyone with a curious mind is going to say, what's the fire? What stands behind that? Why were they all believing in Jesus as their God? And the Bible gives us satisfying answers to those questions. If history shows us the smoke produced by the fire, the Bible reveals the fire itself. Anyone rejecting the Bible has to come up with an alternative explanation of why Christianity spread like floodwaters across the Roman Empire 20 centuries ago. Well, can I close by saying I hope you see the ball has now been put into your court. You've just been introduced to the Bible, and the Bible introduces you to Jesus Christ. Do you remember what I said towards the start about how he dies in the place of others, taking the punishment they deserve? Well, that solution to humanity's great problem, it only works if you personally claim it, lay hold of it for yourself. That's what Christians mean when they talk about being saved. They mean that point in time when someone takes hold of the forgiveness from God that is lovingly offered through Jesus' death. And saved people live to serve the Lord Jesus. That's how the Christians in this room are living, to serve Jesus. We seek to live his way with the powerful help of his Spirit. It's life in all its fullness. It's life forever. Have you got it yet? We're putting on these events all this week because we're longing for more people to join in, to come on board. We'd love you to join in if you're not already following Jesus yourself.